Alright, so first off, I just wanted to introduce my topic a little bit. Um, I wrote about basically how when you leave the environment of your family household that you kind of grew up in and are set off on your own into the world, how you're supposed to like handle that responsibility, but also kind of find your own path. Um, I don't know, it's a little bit more complicated than that because I also tried to explain how when you move out or kind of become an adult and start living on your own and everything, you shouldn't feel pressured immediately to like become your own person and establish all these things in your life. Like, you kind of should just take all the opportunities you can and explore all the things that maybe you didn't get the opportunity to explore growing up um, in an adult's house. And so when you like experience more things and explore more things, you're like kind of gonna like you're gonna fall into the path and like the journey that you're meant to be on, if that makes sense. Um, Also, I think an important part about what I was writing about is when you become an adult and you go out into the world and you're meeting all these strangers, all these people that have different backgrounds, and all these people that have experienced different things in their life as well, just like you have. Not only do you have to keep in mind that everyone has different experiences and everyone reacts to things differently, but you also have to realize that people that you're meeting, your coworkers, your bosses, they aren't your like high school peers that you've been going to school with since elementary school, um, or your parents that have known you your whole life and know you better than most people. These are people that like don't know you. So first impressions are obviously really important, but also kind of not relying on the identity that you have when you were younger, or not expecting things out of people because maybe you had hardships when you're younger, or financial struggles in your house, um, anything like that. You kind of can't expect anything from the world. And I think the most important thing is realizing when you're having a hard time, realize when you're having a hard time discovering who you are and you're having a hard time making it on your own in the world, I think the most important thing is to realize that your success is solely based off of what you do and what you're willing to go out and accomplish, and kind of keeping sight of like, you have a bad day, you feel lonely, you feel unappreciated, go out and involve yourself in the community and meet people and build relationships and build a support system that is going to help you to associate with people that are that have a healthy level of like self-worth, because when you associate with people that have self-respect and they have the goals that you want to have, the goals, where I want to live, where I want to work, what kind of life do I want to live, when you hang out with people that have a mindset have um, and have the ambition to accomplish those things, it's going to turn you into a person who has ambition to accomplish those things and puts forth the effort to accomplish those things, rather than kind of sitting back and expecting things out of people. I think another thing I talked about kind of a lot was that, let's see. So, an intelligent approach to exploring your own potential is just to involve yourself with people. Like I just said, with a strong sense of identity and healthy acknowledgement of self-worth, I think that you have to go out and you have to explore these things, because when you're young, you grow up in this world and it's kind of like a bubble, right? Like, you have your parents, your friends, your family, your school, and even if you work when you're younger, like, you have this environment, but it's very secluded. And in the grand scheme of things, and like, the broad spectrum of the world and how many people and how many different lifestyles and everything's out there, when you become an adult, you really need to realize that like the whole world truly doesn't revolve around the life that you know. Like, there's so many other people that have lived a different life and have so many different experiences, like, you want to go out and you want to learn from those people rather than kind of sitting back and being content with the life that you like, the type of lifestyle you've experienced so far, if that makes sense. So another thing is, it can be a negative thing. You know, when you become an adult, you're obviously more responsible and receive a little bit more harsh consequences for your behavior as an adult. But that's also a very positive thing, because that means, you know, as a kid, maybe